Here we go. Drifting the Lambos. I ain't sure I'm caring much for the paint on this particular car. I gotta get y'all to give an opinion. Can you refresh this? There we are. Do, 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 do. I'll bury this phone. Gotta replace this piece of junk one of these days. Freaking charger just falls out of it. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Oh, nope. Wrong button. There we go. Just toss that over there. It'll be fine. Alright. So, we're headed to the Z meetup. Because that's what I'm going to do for a little while. And I'm going to go join my dad and watch a movie. And he caught some walleye and a couple of white bass yesterday. Got them all cleaned up and been soaking in some salt water lemon. They ought to be delicious. I'm going to fry them up here in just a minute. Uh-oh. I left it alone with its devices for too long. We can cancel. Let's try this again. Boy, oh boy, is the internet not caring much for life right now. How are we doing? Alright, maybe we should relaunch the game. It don't usually take that long to load, unless they cut us off from meetups. Turn meetups off before they launch the new Forza. I got that thing preloading currently. Let's give this thing a reset real quick. Yeah, real quick doesn't ever really happen with this game. It's time to do a clean install again. About once every couple of months. Horizon 6. Nope, Motorsport. Horizon 6 ain't until the weekend, I do believe. We got the premium edition, so I should have the ability to play on the 15th, but who knows? Who knows? And who knows if it's even going to be worthwhile. I haven't learned my lesson from Project Motorsport yet. Release dates are terrible for most games nowadays. You got to wait like 6 months to a year after they release. And then you hope they don't just drop support of a game. And it's y'all's fault. Y'all complained so much about this game, but instead of fixing it, they just abandoned it. Which is too bad, because it got the bones of a really, really good game. It does everything I want it to do, kinda. Let's see if she goes this time. I have a bad feeling. They'd tell us, right? You know, if they just burned the game to the ground. Turned it off so you couldn't do meetups. They want to pull everybody into Horizon 6. But I'll tell you, if the handling model's good, I'll play Horizon 6. But if the handling model's garbage, it can go eat a proverbial. Insert your own terrible word. I'm waiting to see if it fights through it. Like I said, I have a feeling. Just a feeling. They may have shot us in the foot. Like, if we kill this, they won't be playing. Failed to start. Multiplayer currently unavailable. Please try again later. Let's see. It says it is disabled. Let's see what's in the featured. Let's see if the featured multiplayer comes up. or if they just disabled all of it. I haven't got a notification that I'm not allowed to play. I wouldn't know why. Some people take offense to liveries. It's kind of odd, but it kind of looks like they did. Uh-oh. Well, it made it to there. It kind of acted like it wasn't gonna. It's too bad there's no drifting in here. Like, that would be fun. Like, all the drifting they gave us was the 4-cylinder series. It was pretty much the meetups and the rivals, and that was it. What's in the featured today? NASCAR. Oh well. Maybe we won't go to meetups. We'll try. The featured multiplayer loaded. I wonder what they're doing to meetups. Ah, it was just being Forza. I imagine their servers are getting smacked around a little bit right now. I'm really looking forward a little bit to Japan. I think Tokyo's going to be a lot funner than what Mexico place they sent us. Uh-oh. Here we are again. Connecting to game server, they say. We may just have to go play rivals if it lets us. Right now we're stuck until it gives us a timeout. Doesn't even have a cancel for this one. I think we'll just go to rivals for a little bit and we'll check back with meetups later. Like I say, I bet their servers are getting smashed. Get connected and then disconnected. Okay. Well. Don't shoot my game in the foot before I'm ready, you bastard. Yeah, it's just the online. I do believe my Jarama is B class, so Ohio. I like Suzuki just fine. It's just, I don't like the sun in that one. She's got a little smoke damage. Just do a little clear coat over it, and she'll be fine. I mean, it's not like the old Lamborghinis were notorious for catching on fire or anything. I have no idea, to be honest. You might want to fact check that. But maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. There's a comment section down there and somebody will eventually stumble across this crap that knows Lamborghinis. I call it what it is. We're not going to mess with anything. We're just going to go find out. Fifth gear is no right on. This is a fourth gear car. Oh. Be careful with it. You got those not speaks. You do poorly when your brain starts doing the talking and the driving. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's got touchy. Tires are hot and dirty. Didn't carry it. That was too much. Cut her too short, too short. The drop rate's coming down. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Because it's too quiet. We gotta fix the sounds of silence. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. Music with big feelings. No, no feelings. We don't need that. The new release mix has been kind of disappointing lately. Let's play the Discovery mix. Let's see what that's got going on. Tires got cold. too much brake. Oh, ran out of RPMs. Not enough torque for that particular spot. Oh crap. Caught the curb. Caught the curb. Oh, eyes went blurry. This car's gonna take that. But we gotta step away for a minute. 217. Only need another 4,000 points. I'll move up to 51st. If I can beat that time, my next step up is 60. Holy cow. Oh, wait, no. Wrong spot. Use your brain, man. Use your brain. That's it. 3 more points than my best. And I'll be tied with that guy. But we want to move up more than that. I would love to get above the top 40 in here. 55.16. Yeah. Let's find out. Loaded. Holy crap. Maybe. It's made it further than it's made it so far. We'll see how it goes. We'll start with the Jarama. Come out with the other one later. The other one's good. It's just a little slippery. Need everybody? I think that guy might be cheating. Either that or he can just make it around. There's 2 of them. I don't believe it. I had to be in the room to believe it. God, that's an ugly car. Wow. What we're saving. Somebody's a jerk. I don't know if we have the power for this. This is where we're at, too. We're just going to have to get used to this track. don't like that guy behind me. He's there though. Keeps. Asshole. Pardon my French. Probably the guy with the million points. Dude, you're bad to get. I don't want to play bumper cars. Finally get in a room and you get a jerk. The only nice thing is that I guess that dude's a really crummy driver. We get it. You can't drive. It's all good. But you have to pretty much cheat to do that. I imagine there's quite a few of those in here right now. They figure everybody's too busy to care about motorsport. It's kind of abandoned now. Probably going to turn into modded hell. That's kind of what I think will happen. exited. I get why. I get nervous whenever I see a dot coming. Sorry, boss. Overthrottled. Made bad choices. Oh, goodness. I think it's time for a change of car. Go to one that's worse. I want to know why it puts it in gear when you take off, when you go to exit. Like, why does it do that? Like, who thought that was a good idea? Bacon, brother. Good man. Okay, this guy plays too much. Yeah, he'd be one of the millions. This guy plays too much. Oh, I gotta blink for a second or seven before we get back on this thing. Seeing the smoke, I couldn't see your car. Double tapped when I should have just let off. This one here's a little touchy. She does not like to take off in second gear. She's just like, no, we don't do that here. I don't think this one's going to be a blast to drive like 11. Good Lord. I didn't even touch the gas, man. Somebody oiled the track. Oh, don't do that. What do I got though? Still think she needs a shorter transmission. Power band. I got one of those. Brakes are so touchy. She does not bring me joy. We're going to swap out. We started in a Lamborghini. Now I want to show off. I really hate this track. Has anybody voted? 000. No voting. Well, I voted. for anything but this. Oh. We already had to take the Care Bear around this track. It did not like it. Let's try the Cobra. With some rock song. I tried not to hit you. I just spawned. It's absolutely terrible. Can't hit the brakes hard enough. Figured it would have ghosted me for being too slow. Much. So we heavy footage today or something. Maybe the brakes just aren't working well. So we could be able to get stuck or lose the truck. You could go call in a different car. See, it can't go nowhere. It wants to, but it can't. About the only thing I can drive lately is that dang Mercury. It's got me all kinds of good. I love this car though. She drives good. We got to find out if we can. Third gear is a bad idea. gotta get your vote. Just a little bit. She ain't fast. Not by any means. A little kiss on the gas pedal. No. I'm actually having a good time driving this one. I'm so quiet because I'm having a good time. If I'm talking, God, I'm doing terrible. Getting in the weary hours, I guess. Had to work today. can't get it to turn right there. I think my foot's give out. I'm just gonna park there. I'm not in the way, am I? A little bit. But I'm not on the track. I'm a ways away from the track. I think that's probably the end of it for me, though. Gotta have some dinner and a movie of some sort. And we drifted away from the Lamborghinis anyway, so didn't even look to see how well I did. I know I got like 56 grand once. That was nice. That car is a slow drift. It just does it good, but it doesn't do it fast. Yeah. Well, that's it for today. Hopefully that'll be it tomorrow and the next day. We'll just have to wait and see. Till then, y'all take